Let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy alike, currently being directed by J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 has been filming over in the UK at Pinewood and Cardington, and they even plan on filming over in Italy, Guilin, China, and quite possibly even Jordan. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the scene schedules, the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which may very well point to a connection of Darth Plagueis in Episode 9. Specifically, Rey inside of a vault full of relics. One description goes over Rey taking off a tarp covering statues of the Duarte. Now, in Legends, these statues belonged to Darth Plagueis and were taken away by Palpatine after Plagueis was murdered. Another goes over a painting of a moon that appears to be Plagueis in front of Rey. So there's a lot of talk about Disney and Lucasfilm playing around with the idea of introducing Darth Plagueis in Star Wars Episode 9. We also heard this from the Weekly Planet a couple of months ago, that apparently Disney actually is toying around with the idea of introducing Snoke as being Darth Plagueis in Episode 9. And to me, I think that would be truly stunning. Now, I'm not quite sure if Snoke being Plagueis would make sense to some of you guys out there, but to me, in my point of view, it would indeed make the most sense. Because to me, I think that Star Wars as a whole really needs to have Darth Plagueis actually introduced in some way, shape, or form, visually speaking, before we end the Skywalker saga, of course. So, looking at Rey going into this vault and this whole entire description, I think that this is all taking place on the planet Pilio, or maybe even another planet where the Emperor has a vault full of relics. Now, we have gone over some of the past descriptions that goes over Rey exploring these different relics and artifacts, one of which was a hologram of the Emperor, and the other was even another hologram of Emperor Palpatine as well. And, you know, the thing here is this: if J.J. Abrams really wants to tie all 9 movies together into one big movie, this would definitely make the most sense. So, right now, in Legends, you know, the statues of the Duarte, I'm not quite sure if you guys are aware of these things, but they can be seen in Revenge of the Sith. They are those golden statues that you do see during that confrontation between both Anakin and Palpatine, where Anakin realizes that he is indeed the Sith Lord. So if they somehow make this connection of Darth Plagueis in Star Wars Episode 9, even if he may not end up being an actual main character in Episode 9, I think that this is the best way to connect all 9 movies into one big movie, by use of Darth Plagueis. But the ultimate way to go is to make Snoke Darth Plagueis. Now, with Andy Serkis rumored to return in this movie because he canceled his appearance at Keystone Comic-Con, I believe it is, over in Philadelphia, for scheduling conflicts, apparently to do a motion capture, you know, sequence for a certain project. We're not quite sure if that means Star Wars, but most likely it is. What other project that he's working on is Star Wars related, right? That needs motion capture. It's not on his IMDb. It's pretty clear that they're trying to keep it secret. So if they do end up making Snoke Plagueis, that to me would be truly stunning and would really shock a lot of fans. As far as the painting of the moon goes, or the mun, I should say, that to me sounds like it could also be Plagueis, or maybe just another visual of his species. Now, I'm not quite sure if the current canon version of Plagueis makes him an actual mun. That's another thing to think about. I'm not quite sure about that. I know that in Legends he was, but in the current Disney canon, I'm not quite sure if they went over how Snoke is, or should I say how Plagueis is, visually speaking. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.